Hi, you guys. It is Thursday evening, May the 14th, 2015. My name is Doris, and this is the Knit and Purl podcast, episode 51. If you're new to this podcast, thank you for stopping by. I hope that you find something of entertainment and enjoyment and inspiration, and that you come again. For you who keep coming back, I thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you. So, in social media, I am One Fine Cow on Ravelry and Twitter. I am One Fine Design, the number one, on Facebook and Etsy. And I am Doris M. Smith, all smooshed together, on Instagram. So this podcast has a Ravelry group, which is, the Knit and Purl podcast group. We are status quo this week. We also have Ravelry birthday shout outs. And today in our group, we have 2 birthdays, and they are today. So we have Cece Carey, who is Cece, and we have Nelsar, who is Rita. Both birthdays, May 14th. Happy birthday, girls. Happy birthday. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you get to spend time with friends and family, and that you eat cake, and that you get spoiled. This podcast is featured, or is on YouTube. We have 254 subscribers, and this podcast just started going live on iTunes, and so far I don't know what we're doing there. But thank you if you're watching on iTunes, and it would be very, very nice of you to leave a star rating, and I would thank you very much. So this podcast has a May knit along, which is little things. The rules for the knit along is that you must be a member of the group to qualify for prizes. You can have as many entries as objects completed. Small things, no more than 1 skein of yarn, excluding socks. Like if you're using a 50-gram ball, obviously you can't knit a pair of adult socks out of a 50 skein. So, you can knit socks. And I understand that it might be 2 skeins on that. Okay, so you could knit things like toys, washcloths, socks, gloves, hats, cowls, etc. Chatter is welcome on the thread and encouraged. The object needs to be started by May 1st or after, and finished and posted by May 31st. Prizes is from the donation stash, and I was a good girl today, and I did find it, or decide on what we're going to have as the prize. This is the prize. Da-da-da-da. A beautiful skein of yarn from Lorna's Laces. It's a hand-dyed yarn, Lorna's Laces. The colorway is Zombie Barbecue. 610 Zombie Barbecue. It is her Soulmate base, which is 55% superwash merino wool, 15% nylon, and 30% Outlast viscose. It's 425 yards, 100 grams. There you go. That is the prize for the knit along this time. There it is. It's beautiful. I really wanted to keep this, but I didn't. So, if you're not a member of the group, head on over there, join the group, cast on a washcloth, finish it, get it posted, whatever. Just something, small things. There you go. Also, there is a thread for I'm thinking about doing a June, July, and August knit along, like a blanket along. So far, we're going with that, and there'll be updates later in towards the end of the month. Also, there is a Sock Yarn Minis swap or scraps swap thread in the group where you can go over there and join a Facebook group. If you are doing the sock scrap blanket, there's an option to go and like join the Facebook group and, you know, be involved in some mini skein swapping. There is a link in the show notes, or you can just go over to the Ravelry group and join that. Look at the thread and join that. Okay, story. We're down to story of the week. I had a very, very nice birthday weekend. I took off Friday. Got lots of nice things. Had a relaxing day Friday, Saturday. We had a birthday party, and I got to spend some time with Christopher, who is the grandbaby. And got some nice stuff that will be in the stash list. Also, I spent many hours on the computer getting everything lined up, all my ducks in a row, and sorry, messing with that wool. I was able to submit a video to iTunes, and I believe yesterday I got the approval, and today it is searchable on iTunes. Yay! It's the Knit and Purl podcast. Also, I've been working on the website, the new website, which will eventually house the show notes and a link to the video. So, there is a link in the show notes if you want to go look at it. It is knitandpurl.net. So, now we are in the part of the show which is the health pearls, and I have been taking 3 steps back since I ate a lot of cake for my birthday. So, anyway, the health pearl this week is a quote, and I would like to share it with you right now. There is a link in the show notes to this quote. Don't tell me I didn't like it. Okay. Play the Jeopardy music while I go find the link the fastest way I know how. It won't link that way. Nope. Okay. So okay, I'm not going to waste time. I'm going to read it to you. It is a really awesome, it's just a quote from Buddha. It is: the secret of health for both mind and body is not to mourn the past, worry about the future, or anticipate problems, but to live in the present moment wisely and earnestly. That just hit a chord with me, and I wanted to share it with you. But if you go over to the show notes, and I will link in YouTube, I will link the show notes so that you can click on them and go and look at it. It is beautiful, a beautiful, beautiful quote. I'm going to read it again. The secret of health for both mind and body is not to mourn for the past, worry about the future, or anticipate troubles, but to live in the present moment wisely and earnestly. That was beautiful. That just... So we don't need to know. We don't need to talk about what we do to lose weight or whatever. This week, we're just going to focus on living in the present moment wisely and earnestly. There you go. That's the health pearl. So, I'm sorry for that little hiccup. Stash enhancement. For my birthday, I received Zuzu Petals, which is a bot pattern on Ravelry by Karina Spencer. And I also received The Lefty, which is a bot pattern on Ravelry by Martina Bem. They were gifts from two lovely friends for my birthday. And I thank you, ladies. I thank you so much. You know who you are. The patterns were just such a wonderful, wonderful surprise and gift. And I thank you so much. Also, I received from my sister-in-law a little book, My Little Knitting Book, a quick reference guide. It is so cool. It's just talks about how to, I don't know. It's just really cool. You got your name and it says the care labels and well-dressed knitting bags, what you need to have in your knitting bags. Hooks and needles, you can do your inventory, what kind of needles and hooks you have. And then we have single point inventory, circular needle inventory. Knit off, purl on, purl off, knit on. I don't know. I haven't really looked at it. Knit a swatch, not an option. Gives you just some cool ideas. It gives you some hints on what size needles to use for what the number is on this game. It's a very nice book. Knit, relax, enjoy. I hope you all are knitting while you're watching. Also, I got a $25 gift card from the Meyer House, which is in the weaving department, which is a yarn shop in Florissant, Missouri. Yep, that is my stash enhancement this week. And I got a lot of like lotions and potions, and I got my Apple Watch from Ted for my birthday. I got some Chanel. I was spoiled. It was wonderful. And I thank you guys so much too. So, finished objects this week. I do have a finished object. My kitty hat. It is a paid for pattern on Ravelry by Jennifer Riley. The yarn I used was Vanna's Choice Lions brand, 100% acrylic. The color is Purple Mist. I used my Addi Turbos US 8 5mm 40-inch circular, and I knit it magic loop. It's awesome, and I'm just going to put it on. Hope it doesn't destroy my hair, because, I mean, this hat, you cannot know what this hat does unless it's on a head. So, here we go. Look at that. It's a kitty hat. Kitty ears. Is that cute or what? This is a really, really fun and simple pattern. I recommend it. And there's the kitty hat. So I'm left-handed, okay? So let me see if I can find the pattern again. Here it is. If you notice, on this, the cable is on the opposite side as mine, because I'm left-handed. And so, just so you know, if you're left-handed, you're not doing anything wrong. We just do things a little different. we start on the opposite side as a right-handed person. So, I mean, I noticed that in my handbrake cowl, which, by the way, is a pattern on a paid-for pattern for $1.54, something like that. And all the proceeds for the pattern go for cancer research. It is a pattern from the Bakery Bears, Dan and Kay Jones. Please go buy the pattern, gift the pattern. I know that we all have somebody in our lives who is affected by cancer. So let's, do what we can to get some more money into the hands of those people who can find a cure for cancer. Anyway, what I was saying, I noticed in the handbrake cowl that my diagonal purl stitch was going in the opposite direction as everybody else. So anyway, just a little hint for you people who are left-handed. That's what happens. And it's okay. So that's my one finished object. It's like, how's my hair? How's my bangs? Oh, I don't have any. So, works in progress. Same as last week, but a little bit, sorry, I'm gonna drink a little coffee. Same as last week, but I did get progress. Even though I spent a lot of time on the computer trying to work things out, I did do some knitting. So I'm just going to get out both socks. I didn't put a Dicky-Doo in them, so I can't show you how much progress I made. I think last week this one was just at the heel. So I've got a couple inches on that one. And on this one, I think I was just maybe a couple inches past the heel. So I've got another couple inches. Okay, so let me tell you about my vanilla socks. I did some 2x2 ribbing for about an inch. Yeah, about an inch. Switched to 3x1 ribbing. I'm going to try to speak and not misspeak this time. So then I did a Fish Lips Kiss heel. And I continued the 3x3 on the top of the foot. Okay. I'm using these are carbons, 2.75 carbons. And this needle, which, let me just tell you, the last time I knit a sock with this needle, which is a Stitchberry, it's a 2.75 40-inch circular Stitchberry. The last time I knit a sock with the Stitchberries, I ended up with a hole at either maybe I'm just getting better knitting the Fish Lips Kiss heel. The first couple that I knit, I had a hole at the top of the short row heel. Fish Lips Kiss heel. Also something I would recommend. It's $1 and it's awesome. Don't be afraid by when you get the pattern and you see all of the... I just knit my vanilla sock normal. When I get to where I want to insert the heel, I go to the heel instructions. And then I just do that and then move along with my regular sock. That's what I do. Just saying. So the color is... The yarn is Patons Kroy Jacquard. The color is Fern Rose Jacquard, and I love this colorway. It is so pretty. So pretty. Love it. So that is my first work in progress. I will try to remember to put Dicky-Doos in so you can see the progress, hopefully. Yeah, things are getting busy now. We're getting ready to get our garden boxes out. We're getting ready to get the pool opened. So the knitting might slow down a little bit, but my second work in progress, let me tell you, the first work bag by Knit Spin Farms. Links in the show notes to her shop, her Etsy store. Another bag by Knit Spin Farms. This is my Simple Raglan Cardi, which is a free pattern on Lion Brand Yarns and on Ravelry. I am using, let me get to the point. The pattern number is L10199. Show a picture of the pattern. There it is. I am making modifications. I am making it longer, and I'm going to be making the sleeves longer as well. So, I made a good bit of progress on this. So, see, that's where I was last week. 2 inches, maybe a little bit more. So, that's where I am. Let me show you the pattern. Show you the this is the front. This is the back. There we go. This is getting to the slog phase. It's like, oh, but Becky, the girl I'm making it for, is complaining about being cold in her office, and so it's like, okay, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. So, the yarn is Caron Simply Soft. The color is Gray Heather. This is the second skein. Caron Simply Soft, Gray Heather. It's 100% acrylic. The needles, you use a US 6 4mm and a US 7 4.5mm. I'm using 40-inch circular. However, the pattern calls for 29-inch circulars. Okay, so the next work in progress has been something that has been on hiatus, or what do you call it? I don't know. I haven't worked on it. I actually started it like a couple months before I actually started filming a weekly podcast. So, and a couple of times I thought, I need to get that out and show it. And then I thought, oh, it's so ugly. It's so ugly. Well, it's not pretty, but it is a scrap blanket. I started, I pulled it back out because I was going through my stash, and I have so many half skeins, partial skeins of some acrylic worsted weight yarn. I'm like, oh, I need to get this out of my stash. So I'm like, oh yeah, I have that scrappy blanket. So it is in this little basket, and I still have the tag on it. It's a Lantern Moon basket. It's nice. Got a flat bottom, sits down on the floor, and it is full of, well, it's not anymore. It was full of little scraps of yarn. It's still got quite a bit in there. And I have quite a bit in these boxes and stuff that are sitting. So, like I said, this isn't pretty. The pattern of the recipe, not really a pattern. The recipe I am using is from Granny's Favorite Washcloth. I'm knitting it that way until I get... So I told you it's not pretty. These are just all scraps of worsted weight yarn that have been sitting around in a basket for years. Granny's favorite washcloth pattern. You know, you start down here with 4 stitches and you keep increasing. What I like about this pattern, I've made many a blanket with this pattern. And what I like about it is that when you're done, you're done. It's already got the edging. So I made a baby blanket maybe a month before I started podcasting too with this. So I'm just using up scraps and scraps of yarn. I think this needle is a 10.5. It's just a cheap Susan Boyle or something. It's a 29-inch circular. There it is. When I picked it out of the basket, I was on this pink. So I've gotten several balls of this stuff out of my stash, and that's the whole goal of this. And also, in the summertime, in this room, the air conditioning is right under my desk here, and I freeze. So instead of using a jacket, which is now on my, I'm gonna finish this and have this in my lap, covering my legs. So there it is. I'm showing you my ugly, crazy scrap blanket. And I'll put a Dicky-Doo in case I keep working on it so you can see where I am, how much work I've gotten done. So that is it on my works in progress. I'll put that back in there. Spinning, I'm still spinning the Clon Forest. I've probably done maybe 30 or 40 minutes of spinning. Still not finished with the 2-ounce roving that I had. So I'm not going to show it this week. I'll show it when it's done, hopefully very soon. Pinterest this week. I know I pinned Pinterest, so it's okay. Pinterest is a free crochet pattern that I came across and thought it was the most beautiful thing I've seen in a while. So I want to share it with you. And there is links in the show notes. It is a free crochet pattern. It is the Dewdrop Wrap. And it is gorgeous. And it looks like a fairly simple crochet pattern. If you are a new crocheter, it's just gorgeous. And it's this one in particular, the colors are, the yarn that they use is one of my favorite, Red Heart Boutique Unforgettable. And the color is Dragonfly. It is gorgeous. This is something I'm going to probably work on this summer. I want to anyway. That is just gorgeous. I was thinking today that would be really pretty in that cappuccino that I made the Ricky hat with. That color, because then it'll go with a lot of stuff. There it is. It looks like a very simple pattern. I recommend going and look at it because it caught my eye. It's very pretty. Okay. This is going to be a little bit of a shorter show this week. Stumble. I did like this one. I did. And it is just another quote. I am full of quotes this week. But this was a beautiful quote that I found. And there is links to the show notes. And so you can see my computer screen. I got stuff open. But anyway, I'm going to read it to you. Do not let your fire go out. Spark by irreplaceable spark in the hopeless swaps of the not quite, the not yet, and the not at all. Do not let the hero in your soul perish in lonely frustration for the life that you deserved and have never been able to reach. The life that you deserved and have never been able to reach. The world you desire can be won. It exists. It is real. It is possible. It's yours. Wow. If you want to read it again, go to the show notes. Click on it. It is beautiful. It is awesome. I want to like print it and frame it and put it somewhere. We all have that life that we want. And it's possible. Don't lose your fire. Okay, that just kind of got me a little verklempt. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. Give a star rating in iTunes. Give a thumbs up in YouTube. Share it. Do all those things, and I would thank you so much. And I'll see you next week. Bye.